Hello and welcome to session 14 of our Twilight 2000 game, The Long Way Home. Oh, my camera's being a bit funny. I'm Andy and I'm the GM, and I'd like to introduce my players. Let's start with Nick.
Hey, I'm Nick. I play Kowalski, our unit's combat engineer and current acting leader.
Chris.
Hi, Chris. I play Dro, the unit's mechanic and reluctant infantryman.
And Carl.
I'm Cymbalski. I am the Polish supply sergeant.
And unfortunately, Mike isn't with us. He might be joining later. We'll see. But let me just remind you of the current situation because you're in the middle of a battle, and Carl, you missed last session, so I'll give you a bit of an update. So, first of all, this is a new area map. You've not seen this one before, Carl. I don't know if it's loaded. It's taking its time to load on my screen. Come on, roll 20. Right. Do you see this village here?
I don't see a village anything.
Near the top, in a red box. It's highlighted.
Okay, let me.
If I just move, hang on a sec. I've not moved you guys. Sorry, I've moved myself, but not you guys. Classic roll 20 rookie error. Sorry.
Sedziszow.
Yep.
Sedziszow.
Sedziszow. Something like that. Yeah. It's actually this sort of group of buildings just below it, but yeah, it's here.
Okay.
And what the map actually looks like is this here. Okay. So you're getting closer to Krakow, and so you guys were driving to Krakow, and you paused because there was a signs of a village ahead. You Jacek, the lead security guy from the merchant caravan you're with, informed you it should be a friendly village, but then looking at it, it didn't look right. So you sent several people on foot to investigate, and Mac spotted so Mac and Jimmy are one pair up here, okay, on some high ground, and let me just zoom a little bit. So here, and then on the in this tower here, do you see that, guys?
Okay, yeah, kind of looks like a grain silo.
Yeah, some kind of tower or something. The
impression was sort of medieval.
Yeah, more medieval stone, to be honest.
Okay.
Max spotted a machine gun position, which he promptly engaged, and has, as far as you're aware, nullified. Then, sort of moving down through these woods here to this building were Kowalski and Dro, but also with them Ray, Mitch, and Jacek. Mitch is Mitch and Ray are two of the other NPCs. Ray's armed with an M16. Mitch has actually got an M249 saw. And one of the last things that was happening in the last round was that Mitch was engaging over here. Okay.
Is this spot here a person or a fire, or is it a tree?
This person here is that's
Jacek.
That's Jacek.
Yeah. Okay.
So you've got Dro. This is a church here. This is another tower. There's someone who's been shot at, and there's been some sort of not a machine gun, just AKs firing from the top. An AK firing from the top of it. Dro is currently sort of approaching on one side of this tower. He's heard someone around the other side, but has not seen anything, and he's got Jacek backing him up. Kowalski is over here leading Ray up, and I think Kowalski was engaging over here from memory.
And he's quite stressed.
Yes. And then
I've had a few close calls.
yeah. And if you check with Mac, if you look at Mac now, you can see Mac's got both some stress and some wounds.
Okay.
Okay. Now your vehicles are off the map to the north up this road here.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are off the top at the present moment.
Okay, so I am with the vehicles. Got
Yes. So we never actually drew initiative last turn. So where's the initiative deck's gone? Ooh, where's
it. I
that
don't
gone?
know.
I can't remember what my initiative was.
No, we didn't draw it last turn. Last time for some reason. Where's the initiative deck gone?
I think you just ran it in terms of who seems to be acting at
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. I think we should start a bit of formal.
Yeah, now that
yeah, sure.
that the initial surprise round, we'll call it.
Yeah,
has
just,
ended.
yeah. It's now
The
turning into
oh,
proper.
the oh fuck period.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we have descended into proper firefight now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think probably this is the time.
It's fight time.
right. So let me start by doing some initiatives. So first of all, no one's got anything fancy that gives them a bonus for initiative, have they?
Nope.
No.
Uh,
Okay.
no.
So let's start to add turn.
Remember to have your character token selected when you pull from the initiative deck.
Well, I was going to do
Oh, okay.
everyone for it just because it seems to be simpler that way.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Kowalski has got a 5.
Yeah, that would seem so. So right in the middle, potentially.
Then Dro has got a 1.
Ooh, Dro, fast off the ball today.
Yeah, shame. Just about time I'm going to settle down and go into Overwatch, of course.
Well,
But
this is
no,
good
it'll be
though,
useful
because
later on.
Yeah.
it'll be good because that Overwatch gets maximum value if it's done at the beginning.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
I'm going to put Jacek just on the top of the map, just so I can add him. Ooh. Sorry. Ooh, go. What's up there? That's having some fun and games here.
Hmm.
Right. Add turn, and then Cymbalski is on 10, which sort of fits.
What's happening?
Oh,
Then
gunshots. I should probably do something about that.
right, I'm gonna do a separate initiative for Mac in case.
Well, hadn't he just fired a rifle grenade or something?
No, Jimmy's about to fire a rifle grenade.
That's it.
Just in case Mike turns up. Mac is on 4. Then Jimmy can be a representative of the friendly NPCs, so they will be on 9. And the enemy will be on. Oh, no, that's been done. They will be on 3. The PK machine gunner can represent all of the enemy for initiative. Right. Okay. Recall. Right. Right. Okay. So that's let's sort out a bit of initiative. So I want in ascending. Okay. So right. So we'll start with Dro.
Okay, I'm not quite sure I recall my position. If I'm right, these two markers here, one of them's dead and one of them's on the third floor or something in the tower, isn't he? Is that right?
So,
And I can hear booted feet over here.
yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, I just moved Dro. Oh, I just made Dro larger, which I didn't want to do. So you. Oh God.
I was about here.
Yeah, you were.
Move me.
Yeah, I'm trying to move you back, but I keep changing your size. You were there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were aware there was someone up in the tower
Yep.
who was firing down in the sort of the rough direction of where Mitch is now. Okay. He got shot at by various people. I think mainly Kowalski. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And got hit and seems to have ceased to engage. Okay. You've also heard movement on this side of the
Yeah,
tower.
I thought so.
You were looking for a door in. There's no door on this side or this side.
Right.
You've heard movement over this side, and just to be clear, it sounded like it was outside of the tower. Separate to that, you've heard movement inside this building, and I don't think someone, I think it was probably Kowalski, Ray, and Mitch, has seen that this door here, the door to the church, is ajar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and Dre, also where you've got Jacek behind you.
Yeah, okay. So what I want to do this round, tell me if it's too much, is I want to just move a tiny bit forward so I'm about here. I'm going to want to take cover so I'm around, covered by this corner. I want to go on Overwatch facing, obviously, this corner here in case anyone's coming. And I want to signal Jacek to come up so that he moves up next to me to this position. All right?
Yep. Certainly. Right, so you go into Overwatch. Okay. Right. That's absolutely fine.
My plan is once I've got Jacek to cover me, we'll then start bounding around to this position here. At the moment, I don't think he could shoot anybody without shooting me.
Sorry. Can you see a little label that says click to draw, drag to deal?
No.
Yes.
It's part of that initiative deck. It won't
I've
go
seen it
away.
before.
It won't go away. I can't get rid of it somehow. Right. I'm stuck with it there. Actually, I'm just going to try changing pages. No, it has stayed. Right. Okay. Right.
Roll 20, please.
Roll 20 being a pain in the bum sometimes. Right. Okay. So that is Dro. Then the enemy, they get to act next. Right. 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 Let's start with the easy ones. So, a man does start. He doesn't charge around the corner towards Dro, but he does sort of do the equivalent of what you're doing and start to move around the corner. Yeah.
Well, I
But
better shoot it in
he moved right. So he has got partial cover, the same as you've got, but you have got the drop on him. So you are in. So you have got. You had the actions to be aimed, so you're not doing a quick shot. He is. I'm going to give him 2 dice down twice for cover, and that's it. I think there's nothing with range.
So I'm dicing down twice.
Yes, please.
I'll just check my skills.
And do you wish to put any ammo dice in?
Yes, I think so in the circumstances. Right, so I'm at a D10 and a D10, so I'm at a D8 and a D8 after adding everything in. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well, I'll put 3 ammo dice in, I think.
Okay. By the way, if you hadn't, you've got an M4 carbine. If
Yeah.
you had an M16, you bit further penalties
Why?
because of the closeness of you to
Oh,
him.
okay.
Longer
Yeah.
barrel.
Yeah, and it's that
No idea
advantage.
what that
It's
all
the,
means.
it's the advantage of the M4 carbine. I can't remember what the ruling, the
That's a
exact
bit of
wording
a
of the ruling is.
disaster. So I've got 2 6s on ammo dice.
Oh, sorry, I've lost me. Right, hang on a sec.
I've got this is not good. What? Oh, I've got 1 6 on ammo dice. That's a pretty poor result. If I push that, I've got.
That currently is him rolling for suppression, and you have fired 15
put-
rounds.
Does that change if I push it?
No, it still stays as 15 rounds. That doesn't change.
No. In for penny, in for pound. So that's only 1d8 I need to roll, and 2. Oh, that's quite complicated actually. 1d8 and 2d6 I need to roll, isn't it?
Just use the dice roller on the side. Don't use the.
No dice, so to speak.
And then
Really?
and the 2d. Oh, and the 2d6. Right. Okay. So 15 rounds, and he is rolling coolness under fire. He makes his check. Right. He is going to fire back at you. Right. So he starts at that. He's got -2, -1. Right. He just sprays and prays. Can you make me a coolness under fire check? You still do get your unit morale because Jacek, for the purposes of this, is acting as part of your unit.
Well, that's good.
That is a success.
So you're fine, right? So sorry, and he's just used up. He's fired more bullets back at you. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so you'll hear a lot of noise coming down from
Yeah.
the bottom end of the church.
Oh. Right. Okay. That's him. That guy's hunkering down. Right.
Excuse me.
This guy here fires back at Mitch. So that is 1 for that, 2 for his cover. He's on. Right. Right. So he empties his mag. And he prompts a Mitch. Where's Mitch? A coolness under fire check from Mitch. Oh, hang on a sec. I've got that. What's the unit morale at the moment? It's certainly not still A.
I think it was B last time I looked at it.
Oh, I've got it. It's standard. Max got it as A. What the rest of you got unit morale as?
B.
I was B, yeah.
B.
I was rolling with B.
B, right? Okay. So
Because we took that rest.
right. So Mitch is. Yeah. If you fail a coolness under fire check, you take a point of stress for each
You do,
6
so
on the
that-
ammo. That's correct, isn't it? Is that right?
Oh, sorry, I haven't got the PDF open in front of me.
Okay. I think that's right.
I believe it is, yes, Andy. Go with it and then work
Yeah.
out whether it was right next time.
Yeah. Right. So he takes a point there. And he is suppressed. Not that. Which is that one. Then this guy here tries to spot Kowalski,
Yep.
and that is an absolute fail to spot Kowalski with rolling a double 1. That guy is suppressed at the moment. This guy moves into there. Right. This guy fires at Kowalski. So that is.
Andy, no, you just cause 1 stress irrespective.
Is it 1 incident? Okay.
Yeah. The extra damage, the extra bullet dice do extra damage. They don't cause extra suppression.
Okay. So this guy is just in short range. So he's just got, Kowalski's got 2 points of cover, so that becomes that. And can Kowalski roll for suppression, please?
Yes. Suppression, and it's gonna be.
And he empties his mag as well.
Do I have anyone in line of sight for?
You've got unit morale because you're aware of Ray behind you.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that
Yeah,
before.
certainly. I gave it to Mitch as well, even though he failed. Oh, I just wanted to check that. So
I succeed.
You succeed, superb. Mac had it set wrong. I'm just going to correct it on Mac. The unit is B, not A at the moment. It's just correcting that. Right. Another guy in the same building as the guy just shot at Kowalski appears by adjacent window and engages as well. So he will shoot. He has hit.
Okay.
Where's my bill? Right, so a d6 in the torso.
Well, luckily I have armor there.
Yes. So it's a basic hit. So it's 2 points of damage. So the armor absorbs 1, so you take a point of damage.
Yeah, and then I believe I have to roll for the integrity of the armor or
Yeah,
something.
and I think if you roll a d6, and if it's a 1, it decreases by 1 value.
Okay. Well, let's roll that d6 then. 6.
Okay, I'm pretty certain that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Okay, so I took 1 damage
Yeah.
there. Let's get that noted down.
okay, so that's those two. He's done. Right, and right.
I may or may not need to roll a coolness under fire check again.
Oh no, you do. Sorry. Yes, you've been wounded. Yes, you've been with
Yeah.
another coolness of fire. Sorry, I forgot that. Apologies.
Yeah, that's okay because I succeeded. We're good.
Right.
Not even getting shot stops Kowalski.
But
One of these days, you're gonna fold up like a tent. You know that, right? It's
Oh,
all gonna
yeah,
come
no,
back
it's,
to
it's
you.
oh
It's
yeah,
all gonna come back. You're just gonna have this
Well,
instant case of
right.
PTSD. That's just
yeah. I mean, Kowalski has already just rounded the corner and had a machine gun and an assault rifle mag dump, and the worst he got out of it was 1 bullet to the chest that didn't penetrate the armor, so he's just kind of got a nasty bruise, and he just kind of sits up and is like, "Huh, I guess I'm alive."
Right. Kowalski, roll me a recon check at a 2 penalty, please.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to do the same for Ray. So, recon C&D.
Now
So
it
that's,
equalizes, right? So I keep taking from the higher one until.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then that's -2. All right. Oop. Ignore the ammo dice. I
Okay.
did get 1 success.
Okay. Let me just roll for Ray. Ray doesn't spot it. Right. You spot that the church, out of the corner, as you're ducking away from being shot at and ducking around, you spot the door here to the church is opened, and there's movement in there. And you spot another 2 Soviet troopers.
Naturally, old boy.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Move. Right. Then.
This is quite the conundrum.
Sorry, just bear with a sec, guys.
Yep, it's fine. Just looking at all the enemies around me. And
Yeah. You're in a bit of a crossfire, aren't you? You want to be careful there.
Yeah.
Right, sorry about that. Can you hear me, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, good. Right, okay.
Yep.
Right. And I think. Sorry. Oh, no, wrong layer. That layer. Right. I think. Move. Right. Apologies for that. Right. That is all of the enemy accounted for. Right. Mac. So Mac, because he got shot at, moves over into better cover with Jimmy, and then he starts telling Jimmy to drop a grenade in this building because he's seen several people moving there. And he then grabs the radio and calls up Mac to Cymbalski.
Cymbalski, go.
They know we're here. Get something heavy up here on a vehicle.
Right.
Okay.
Now I have to figure out if we have anything heavy with the vehicles, but that's neither here nor there.
The heaviest thing you've
We
got,
do have,
the 50 cal.
we do have Madus.
Okay,
The big
great.
50.
All right. Well, okay. So hopefully we've got. Actually, I think I'm trying to. Martinez is dead.
No, Martinez is alive.
Okay.
So on that, some of the
I would
crew.
just put Carson on the big 50 again.
What's that?
I would just put Carson on the big 50 again. He's been doing pretty well with it.
Okay, that'll work.
So you've got Valdez who can drive, or you could drive.
Yep.
And then Carson is currently on the gunner position on it already.
Alrighty then, that worked.
So you could just take the commands. Norris is. Did Norris? No, Norris didn't die, did he? No. You've got Norris on there as well, so you've got an extra infantryman if you want him as well.
Okay, great.
Right. So we'll come. Right. So next it is Kowalski.
So
I'm just going to move
this
Cymbalski back.
bombed out building. Is it relatively easy for me to just? Is there a hole nearby that I can run into to get into this building for
this building here?
Yeah, the one that I'm right next to, the one I'm hugging the corner on.
Yes, you can get it. There is sort of roughly waist-ish height walls. So sometimes it's higher than that, sometimes it's lower. You can certainly gain entry and exit, and you can also find suitably solid bits to fire from behind good cover.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. In fact, I think I'm going to move. I'm going to use one of my actions to move right here, I think, in this corner.
Okay. Bear in mind your base move is 2 hexes, which is 20 meters, and each of these is 2 meter hexes. So you can move 10 hexes with no problem. 10 squares rather, with no problem.
Yeah. I figured as much. I'm just outlining where I'm going to, so that I'm going to tuck myself.
No, just to be clear, you're inside the building, not outside.
Yeah, I am now. Okay, yeah. So I was already inside the building?
No. You were outside previously. You've moved inside the building just because the token's sitting on the wall. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's fine.
Yep. Nope. That's good. Clarify that because that is ambiguous.
Mm-hmm. That's one. That's your That
Move,
is
yeah.
your
My fast action. I believe,
fast action
move.
is run. Yeah, movement is fast action.
Yep. I'm gonna take a spray at this fine gentleman right here.
So you are in short range. Now, you're doing a quick shot, no aim.
Yep.
So
quick
you're
shot, no aim.
so you're at a -2 modifier for that. He's
Mhm.
got decent cover, so he's a -2, a further -2. So you're at -4.
So that
Well,
brings you down to D. Or
yeah.
because you can't go below D.
Yeah.
No, you can if you've got 2Ds, you can go down to a single D.
Yeah, that's true.
Arg.
Ray just did
Well,
on his recon check.
All right.
Yeah, but
So
he
-4,
succeeded.
you say.
No, Ray did not succeed.
Okay.
That's -1.
He did not spot the guys at the church.
So I'm rolling 2d6s here, plus my ammo dice.
Yep.
Yeah. And I guess we'll see how much ammo I burn through here.
How much have you got left in the mag?
I've only spent 8 so far. So
Okay.
I've got 22 in the mag. I've got a fair amount. Like, this probably won't burn out the whole mag. I don't think it can. But we'll find out.
Yeah, but when you get done with this, if I was you, oh, well, that didn't help you any.
Well, no, I got a suppression on that. That did help.
Do you wish to push?
Yeah, that's a suppression, not a.
I'll take the suppression. I just want the guy. I just want one less gun shooting at me. If I can suppress that guy and keep him pinned for, a turn, that's all I care about. That's
Okay.
really the point of it. So let's see how much ammo I used here. 10, 14. So I used 14 rounds there.
He is suppressed.
All right.
Okay.
So I went from having 22 rounds left to having 22 rounds spent and 8 rounds left.
Nice. Right. Next, it is Jimmy.
That we've all been waiting for.
Yes. So, Jimmy, let's work this out. Okay. So,
right back.
he is going to fire. Now, we've not actually used this weapon yet, so this will be a bit of a interesting bit of game mechanics.
Range to the middle of that build is 112 meters.
Right, so he is firing an M203. I just want to check. So the damage here will be for the standard frag round. So that So the range is 5. So that's 50. What did you say the range was?
112 meters.
So that is from short to medium to long. So he's at -2 for range.
I swear to God, if he hits me with that 40mm grenade.
There's a possibility, certainly.
Well,
I think
he's aiming.
Oh, that's good. I would hope so.
So there's no dicing down. So I think it's just -2. So his
If he has launcher crew, he gets a +1. But if
he doesn't have a launcher, I think
at least I'm not likely to get hit by this, whatever happens.
Does an M203, is that using heavy weapons or ranged combat?
It's using heavy weapons.
Heavy weapons, right? So, but is it heavy weapons with agility or heavy weapons with strength?
It's heavy weapons with
whatever
strength.
you think it should be.
Well, yeah, basically. Normally, the book generally recommends that if you're using ranged, it's because it's either braced on a tripod or a vehicle mount, or like a very sturdy bipod. If it's being shoulder fired, then it's going to be strength for any launcher weapon.
Okay,
I can tell you from personal experience that yes, the biggest thing about keeping a 203 round on target is how much recoil you allow to hit your shoulder. You really do have to brace on that thing, or the round is going to fly wild.
Right. So he is on a B and a C. So that's becoming a C and a D.
Getting a little more nervous about this. Kowalski's ducking down a little bit harder in that corner.
Now,
Remember, friendly fire isn't.
Nope, it certainly is.
obviously there's no ammo dice in here.
No, there is no ammo dice in it.
He'd have to have a Mark. Yeah, if he had a Mark 19, on the other hand.
Right.
Although I'd be even more worried if he had a Mark 19.
Look at that.
What was that?
Oh wow!
Ooh, threaded the needle like a pro.
Oh yes.
Double six.
Perfect.
Bloody hell. Right. Okay.
Oh,
So,
yeah. The name of the game was Mr. Bloop.
The fadeaway J from downtown.
now he is positioning it in the middle.
And a hi mom for the cameraman.
So I believe. Right. So, in the actual blast radius, this I got explosives wrong last time I did it. I need to check this. So,
In the map, are they normally 10-meter squares? Is that right?
yeah. So
and
it's
these are 2-meter squares.
yeah. So it's everyone within effectively a 10-meter square, I think, takes the damage.
Takes the full damage. Yes.
Yeah. And then we roll on the blast bit as well, and that can go beyond that.
What is this thing? An A or a B? What is this thing?
It's blast D. It's not very big at all.
Okay.
And so this I want blast.
Excuse me if my nose acts up and whatnot. We have a lot of forest fire smoke in the area right now. So.
You got a lot of forest fires around you.
Oh yeah. In where I live where I live on the Puget Sound is a major timber area, and we've had this year has been a bad year. It's been in one of the top 10 years, and right now we've got a low pressure system sitting over the area, and we're waiting for that to dissipate and get some rain in probably tomorrow. At least my knee is telling me it's going to be tomorrow. But yeah, right now the whole the whole area just smells like the inside of a fireplace.
God.
Oh, hey, not 2 years ago when we were all locked down with COVID, it was really bad. I mean, like yellow sepia clouds in the air. I mean, it looked like an original Star Trek atmosphere scene. You know, you're waiting to see the girl in the bikini die choking to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was rough. Yeah. And it's not that we've had one great big one. We've had several medium-sized ones going all the way back to probably April of this year. It's just been one after the other. But we still don't get hurricanes every frickin' year. And we don't get blizzards every frickin' year. So I feel like I'm coming out ahead.
Right. It was a blast rating of
D.
So
I reckon he just about catches definitely the bottom two, possibly the other guy as well, if being generous. With that blast.
But he doesn't. The blast radius is not enough to reach this guy, is it?
Depends where it landed. I mean,
he's landed it there. So it's caught the
3, 4, 5. It might have missed that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
questionable if you're feeling generous. Yeah, I'll probably not.
Well, hey, look, if it was gonna miss any of the guys in there, the suppressed guy wasn't the worst one for it to miss.
Right.
Yeah.
So the blast is for the 2d6, and they get +1 armor for this. So no effect. Right, the blast bit doesn't do it. Right.
They're all suppressed.
Yeah, they're all so right. Well, actually, this guy here is actually dead because he was already wounded. This guy is suppressed, and this guy is suppressed, and they're both wounded just from the basic explosion.
Yeah.
Okay, and sorry, what I also need to do on his gear is to reduce his HE rounds by 1. Because that's quite a bit kit. Right. So there's an almighty explosion not far from you, Kowalski, right in the middle of this building, and you hear a lot of screams, one of which
Yeah,
is
like,
cut quite short.
Like I duck, like right as I duck into the corner, I just hear a like muffled whump, and I just see like a jet of dust go out into the street. I'm like, oh, all right.
Right. Okay. I think that's Jimmy finished. Oh, sorry. Also on sorry. No, it isn't, because also on Jimmy. Jimmy's representing NPCs. So Ray is going to. Where's Ray gone? Ray
Oh
is.
yeah, now Ray comes around the corner after Kowalski's drawn all the fire for him. Yeah, I see how it is, Ray.
What's going on there? When did I open?
Don't look at Ray like he's stupid, man.
No, Ray was the smart one.
Right.
I mean,
Ray, there's a reason why you're still alive.
yeah. Because I mean, it's not like we haven't gone through quite a few freaking NPCs in this game.
Well, we've only lost 3. 2 technically. One of them was wounded before they were an NPC.
Right. Ray move. Oh God, I can't. Oh man, I'm not doing this right. Right, I keep changing the size of the pictures. Right, Ray moves to here in the first action, and his movement draws fire from over here. So because of he's got. I'm going to give him 1 point of cover because he's moving, and that, and then.
Good man, that Ray.
That is a
Drove
complete.
the Overwatch fire.
That. God, this guy completely missed.
It does happen.
Oh, that's not good. Right, that's. Right. So, that's a 2-point hit on the head.
Okay, well that's not so bad. He's got a helmet.
Yep. So, AKM, base damage 2, +1 3, -1 2. So it's not a crit. He just takes 2. Ray just takes 2 points of damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's Cymbalski?
He's about to start
Way
acting
at
in a
the top
sec.
of the map.
Yeah.
Way
So,
at the top
Because
of
we
the
kind of
map.
need help here. It's not going well.
Right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the I'm gonna have- I'm going to have the NPCs with Cymbalski and move on Cymbalski's turn because otherwise it doesn't make sense. Sorry, Ray is suppressed. Well, technically he rolls suppression, but he's definitely going prone.
Yeah.
You just got shot in the head. You're suppressed, okay? There's just no.
Yeah.
Don't even.
Yeah. Your
that's
helmet
not
just
even a
saved you from the
discussion.
crit that would have probably ended your existence.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
contemplating life right now.
Yeah. You are.
And the mild concussion you probably have.
You are really reconsidering several of your life choices right now.
Do you see that coolness under fire?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ray's like, no, I don't think I will get up right now.
Shit.
Right. And then Mitch loses his action because he's suppressed.
Did Ray's helmet at least make it?
I haven't rolled for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray's helmet's okay.
All right. Good. I'm glad. Because he might need it still.
The
Right,
only thing
that
worse
number doesn't
than,
make sense.
the only thing worse than hiding in
Oh,
a
that's
hole under
stress.
fire is not having a hole to hide in.
Right.
Yeah, fortunately, we have
Okay.
convenient.
Mitch loses his turn. What now, Dro? What did you signal to Jacek to do?
To move up to this position just next to me. I don't think there's anywhere in cover that he can move to where he could shoot at this guy here. So I'm going to use my judgment, and no, I can't really think what I want him to do. Probably cover in this direction.
Yeah. So he
Um,
moves. He moves there and covers basically your rear.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
And he
I don't know how many guys are around here.
yeah. And he whispers to you. You have grenade. Sorry, he whispers.
Yep.
I said it louder than he does.
Yeah, I think that might be a scheme.
Right. Okay. But that's him finished. We'll now move to Cymbalski. So, Cymbalski, you are now currently,
Way up at the top of the map, loaded in a Humvee.
yeah, Humvee, and it's got in it Cymbalski.
Carson on the 50.
Right. Why? To
The
front.
cavalry has arrived.
Right. So we've got. I'm just going to group these together a sec. So we've got Cymbalski, then we've got Valdez driving.
Okay.
Right. I need to get these. Right.
Do I need to move my fig?
No. I'll do your movement for the moment because Valdez.
Okay.
Valdez is going to move you. But I'm going to have them all act on yours. You've got Norris as a rifleman with you, and you've got Carson on the 50. Okay, so they are there. Let's have Norris and yeah, that'll do. And then if I just highlight that lot and
Had this exact issue in Foundry with the solo campaign. Putting people in vehicles is hard.
group, that's it. Right. So first of all, what's Symbolski got the radio message? Are you issuing any orders to Valdez, your driver? And
Let's see. Okay, I am going to presume that we are not line of sight, and the terrain is not conducive to seeing any of this stuff going on.
no, you've heard a number of shots. You've just most of what you've heard has been small arms fire. There's the
couple of grenade rounds.
There's been most of what you've heard has been the clatter of rapid firing M16s. I don't know if you can tell an M4 from an M16, but
no, not really.
Not really. And then a load of AKs, and then occasionally the sound of Max M21 sniper rifle. Okay. But then and then the last and then but the amount of rapid firing has started to increase quite noticeably, and the last thing you've just heard is that a very familiar crump of an M203.
Okay, I thought two M203 rounds had gotten fired. One last session and one this session.
No, not just the one this session.
Okay.
We left it with Jimmy about to fire it last time.
Okay. Let's see. I have no idea of the layout of this town, so I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let me see. This is high ground here with Jimmy hiding behind that rock.
Yep.
Let me see. So it presumes that things slope downwards towards this area. So yeah, I think what we'll just do is bulldog our way down to about here and then try and get a sense of where the firing is coming from. In fact, I'll put us in these trees right here.
Sorry, I zoomed out too far. You're heading for those trees there. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay.
That gives us light cover.
Sorry,
if
bear with me a sec. Bear with me a sec. No, not now. No. I'll do this. Right. Okay, so
we're heading for these trees.
yep, okay. So Valdez will he will make a driving check, and the base move on a road is 4, so 40. Where's Valdez gone? There. So he makes a driving check. Oh, great.
Can he push that?
Right.
He could. It would give him a decent chance of getting that to success, but it would guarantee more work for me. But I think in the circumstances, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, so he...
You want the 50 cal or not?
Yep.
So he's just going to re-roll his agility. And that's a success.
That was worth it.
So, but because he's had the one... That's a
I'll mark that up. Which one? That's the 114 or the what? 98.
yeah, it's the M114. So if you just do the
do.
reliability point, okay, right. So he's got one success. So he
Done.
does 40 plus. So he does 50 meters for that.
That's one I fixed shortly before I got into this.
Right.
What is the sound of transmissions dying? And with this hill in the way, we can't see shit. So
right,
It's
that
as if
grouping did not
1,000
work.
Transmissions died at once.
So sorry, 50 was.
Can you hear it? The roar of the engine, the scream of a transmission pushed past its limit, the constant thumping and hypersonic crack of 50 caliber BMG turning your hard cover into concealment.
Right, and then
Can you
he
hear
does.
the screaming of your mechanic calling you, talking about your parentage in very free terms.
Yeah, exactly.
And then in his second driving roll, he's really crunching the gears. He does another point of reliability to it.
No.
Oh no, sorry, no. He hasn't pushed the roll, so he doesn't do it, does he?
Oh, okay.
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
No, he hasn't pushed the roll, so he
I'm just
doesn't.
imagining Valdez here, granny shifting his Humvee. Vin Diesel will be very disappointed with him.
Fortunately, Humvees are automatic transmission, but even still, yes.
Yeah.
I have vivid memories of people riding the clutch in Jeeps.
Right, so you close about half the distance in that round, okay?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
You close about half the distance. In that round, you've moved to here.
Okay, great. That's all we can do.
Yep.
And we've got the hill between us and the firefight.
Yep.
So there's really not we've got a hill. Let me see.
You can actually see one thing, as well as you can probably see Mac waving at you and pointing for you to continue heading down the road.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can also see Mitch
cowering behind her
duck down behind a rock here.
Hey, nobody said Mitch was stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
Mitch knows what's what. Hey, Mitch hasn't taken any taken any damage yet, mental or physical. So
No, he's got a
he's
po-
got
he's-
one
He's
point
got
of
a
stress.
little bit of stress on him. He's
Yeah,
got
okay,
a little
he's
bit
a
of
little
stress.
worse for wear, but you know
You
what?
must
He,
have- if
he
he's-
hasn't been punctured yet, so
Yep.
he's
not
doing all right
leaking.
for himself.
He's not
Right.
leaking out of any holes he didn't start the day with.
Dro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've still got this guy in front of me. Is he still ducking in and out, or what's happening?
Right. He fired randomly. Sorry, I never actually finished stating that. That's a very good point. He then, having seen you there in a prepared position, he's ducked around the corner. How far he's gone?
Okay, I don't know what skill it is to throw a grenade. I
It's.
probably haven't got it, but I might try anyway.
I
What could go
think
wrong?
it's. Is it mobility?
It's mobility. It's
That's not-
mobility
could
and
do worse.
Agility.
Yeah.
But your strength dictates how far you can throw it.
Okay, I don't think that's going to be a problem because I'm going to aim it here. Well, I'll only aim it here in actual fact, as close to the wall as possible. But yeah, so I'm going to pull up one of my American grenades and chuck the grenade here.
Is this
Okay.
a frag?
What?
Is this a fragmentation?
It's whatever you get by default.
Yep,
So let me
okay.
check.
And are you then ducking back round the corner?
I've got 3 grenades. I presume I can't then go into Overwatch, so yes.
Okay, so give me a mobility check then, please.
Right, that's mobility. Any modifiers?
No, because you're throwing
I
it.
can actually just use the button in that case. Brilliant. Well, let me just get that adjusted and mobility.
Okay,
Score. That looks like a double success to me.
yep. And I think that does actually does that increase the damage of a grenade?
Don't think so.
No.
Doubt it.
Right. And then can you move
People
yourself?
on this grenades don't seem that powerful to me in this version of the game.
Yeah. Do you want to move
Right.
yourself back round the corner?
Yeah.
Right.
Explosives get exponentially more dangerous the bigger they get
Yeah.
in this game. So like frag grenades, yeah.
Oh, but
you're
this is
right.
going to do like 2 dice of damage or something like that to this guy.
Um.
It does damage 1 and
2 dice of damage to your legs will fuck you
no,
up.
but it does one damage to anyone in the blast radius. Plus, it gets to roll 2 dice, but it doesn't do damage if it misses or something like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it does
Um,
suppress.
But yeah, once you start getting up in explosive
Yeah.
tiers, once you start hitting stuff like shoulder-mounted rocket
Yeah.
launchers, stuff like
which
that,
is,
that's
which is why we are carefully counting our RPG
except the
7 rockets.
dragon. The dragon is like
Right. Okay,
not
Chris.
good.
Yes.
You've got the so it's damage 2
Right.
and a blast of C.
All right, back in a sec, guys.
Oh, C. That's better than I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah, it is. It's better than you thought. Right. So, first of all, right. So, first of all, roll me a d6 for his hit location from the basic 2 points of damage.
Is that a D6 or a D10 you wanted?
D6.
6.
Are you certain that extra success doesn't add a point of damage?
No, I'm not.
Let's find out. Combat damage. Blast damage. Alright, one in explosive damage.
68. I think it does. Because I think essentially you've thrown that particularly accurately. That's that.
Yeah. Because actually doesn't state it under the blast damage rules, because the blast damage rules are a catch-all for everything that uses
There's a
explosives.
hand grenade sidebar thing
Yeah,
on 70.
Yeah.
On page 7 there's a hand bar.
Okay, so on the next page, alright.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh.
Roll mobility, maximum range is short. Need to pull a pin first. That's fast action. You don't need to spend an action to aim a grenade or throw. Hand grenade lands in your hex. You get to roll mobility, not an action to drop prone before
There's
detonation. so you-
nothing there
Yeah.
But heavy weapons for each. The damage inflicted to the target equals the base damage of the weapon plus 1 for each success beyond the first. So I think you get an extra 1. Yep. So
Yeah, for every hit that you get against them. Yeah.
yep. So you've increased damage from 2 to 3, which is now the crit. So roll me. What did you roll on that d6, Chris? 6. That's in the head. He does, unfortunately, if you have a helmet, so
Yeah,
that reduces it back to 2, and he
Yeah.
doesn't take a crit.
And he also gets the armor value, but I get to then roll 2d8 or 2d6.
Oh, sorry. So you get the armor value as well. So that's
Yeah, so it
plus
gets reduced to
1.
1.
So that's 1. Yeah. So he just takes a point of damage from there. Luckily for his helmet, and then you then roll. He's within the blast range of. Yeah, you do 2d8. It's a blast
2d8.
C,
Okay, rolling.
and
Ah,
so he takes no damage from
no
the,
extra damage. So he takes
the blast.
takes the 1 and takes it. Has to be see if he's suppressed.
No, sorry, no. This is what I don't get. Does he take, because on the little table on page 68, blast C is 2d8 and a damage of 2 and a crit of 3 and an armor of plus 1. So
Blast damage. Roll 2 base dice to the type caused by the modified blast power, once for each person in the rate see table below, which also indicates the base rate damage. Armor modified. The roll cannot be pushed. If one or more thingamies is rolled, the target is hit by the blast. The damage done is increased by 1.
that's it. Yeah.
One.
So sorry, if you got
Okay.
1, it would have been 2 points, and if you got 2, it would have been 3 points. Hence
So-
the crit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. But then the point
You'll
of
have
armor.
to roll it for everybody else around there.
Right. So he, however, has to make a coolness under fire roll.
Yeah, well, there's, there you go. We have exemplified 2 of the reasons why militaries still issue helmets to soldiers.
Yep.
And it's because it saves your life.
Yep. Right. That's Dro finished. Yeah. I'm not rolling for any damage on you and Jacek because, regardless of blast range, that tower is solid enough. I'm ruling that absorbs everything.
That's why I also, if I ever GM this, I'm gonna make it so anyone who wants to do officers can have a helmet to start off with, because normally you don't get one, and I think that's silly.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That's silly.
That is.
In the base stock, here's what you get when you start off with this character.
Yeah,
type,
yeah. Well, and
officer doesn't
and they
have that.
also give officers an SMG, and it's just like that is just stupid.
And then in the rule book there isn't a US SMG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
notably.
It would be an M4 you got, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, but
I mean-
that technically is not an SMG.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
No.
that's an assault rifle. It's a
Yeah.
short
It's a-
assault rifle,
Yeah.
like the FAMAS is short, but
Yeah,
it's
they
still an
classify it
assault
as
Right.
rifle.
Okay.
yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Dro, you hear someone yelling in Russian. Yeah. From not round the corner. Okay. Further away, somewhere past where that's just gone off. And Jacek says to you, because he speaks a bit of Russian, someone yell at him to run back, run to them.
Okay, well, we want to advance to the next position, presumably next corner, next round. But
Right.
well, he can do whatever he likes right now, I think.
Yep. Okay. Well, we'll cut. It's not his turn. I'm just going through the enemy. Right. No more shooting comes from the entrance to the church. These guys all are suppressed, so they just lose their suppression this round. Kowalski, you
Yes.
you shot, didn't you, last round?
Yes, I did shoot last round.
Yes. So this guy here Oh no, sorry, he reloads. This guy here reloads. This guy here fires at Kowalski.
All right. Well, I'm behind better cover this time, so
Yeah.
hopefully that'll help.
Now watch. This time you fail your cup.
Yeah. This is it
Yeah,
right here. This
you know,
is where it all
yeah,
comes crashing
if you're out in the open, you're a He-Man woman hater. But once you get behind cover, you completely lose your mind.
Can you
Well, I
can you give me a coolness under fire roll, please? He got a suppression.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. This is where it all comes tumbling down. I can just.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
There
gonna
went
push
your
that.
empire, baby. There
Oh no,
went
you
your
can't push
empire.
coolness under fire.
No, you can't push it.
Oh,
So you are suppressed, and you
Yep, I am now cowering.
take a point of
Stress.
stress.
That is correct.
So is that 3 out of 6?
Yep.
Oh, we haven't actually had anyone get to the point where they've completely lost it. So that'll be interesting, right?
have you?
No, he's not.
Right.
We've not had that. We've not had a PC yet get to their max stress. That's what I'm meaning. Right.
Yeah.
We're trying really hard, though.
Yeah, I'm working on it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, can't say
I'm
we
making
didn't
swift
give it the old
progress.
college try, man.
I'm traumatizing myself as fast as possible. I promise.
Now, if Kowalski's been shot at and has gone, do you think you, having failed a stress roll, do you automatically go prone?
If you're in a grenade blast radius, you
think
automatically go for it anyway.
No. Well, I think because this isn't a grenade. I don't think.
No,
Right.
he's been shot at by this guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to just
No,
do his ammo.
I think when you are suppressed, you do automatically go prone, though. I think that's part of the condition. I don't know. Let me double check.
Okay.
Gee, suppression. I was just there. That's vehicles. Radiation. Suppression. Where is it? Oh, that's not it. Okay, here we go. Suppression. If you are hit by enemy fire, or if one or more ammo dice and a failed attack against you show bullet, you must immediately make cuff roll. Blah blah. Cuff. Do. If your cuff roll,
You immediately
fails,
drop
your-
prone.
Yeah.
Top of page, top right hand
Yep.
right hand column, top of page,
67 top. Yeah,
top right. Yeah.
hand.
You immediately drop prone. Right. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't happen. Okay.
Oh yeah, I gotta give myself the little shield of hiding. Oh wait, I already did. In fact, I gave it to myself twice.
Right.
I have
Mitch cannot see any. He cannot see any targets to engage.
That might be for the best, to be honest.
He's going to come and try and advance and join you. I know he's aware of that. Because there was a load of shooting from there. I'll do a recon check for him. No, he's not aware of that.
Excuse me, I'm going to have to break away for a few minutes. Dog's barking to go out. I need to get myself another drink as well.
Yep, no, sure, yep. Just mute yourself, Chris. Right. So he's going to do a mobility check. Yeah, so that's 30. Right, what happens is Mitch moves into this building here, trying to come up and back up Kowalski and Ray because he's seen Ray go down, or is aware Ray went down. And this prompts fire from these two guys here.
Mitch, no, you were supposed to be smarter than the rest of us.
Oh, that's not good.
Mitch, you will be remembered fondly.
That's another head hit. It was a
Ooh.
2-point hit, so that's so that's 2 to 3, back to 2.
Helmets save lives, kids.
We've had
Always
3
wear a
helmet
helmet.
hits. 3 helmet
Yeah.
hits.
4 if we count the enemy helmet hit we had.
True. His helmet is not
Well, no,
degraded.
we've had 4 armor hits. We've had 3 helmet hits.
Heads are
Yeah.
bleeders.
Right, and that's
Ugh. Seriously, now I'm gonna definitely make it. I'm going to start recommending to my players that they always have helmets, at
Mhm.
least.
right, and
I don't
then
care. I don't care how badass a special forces dude you are.
Yeah,
Berets
take
don't
is
stop
one-
gunfire.
All it's gonna take is one piece of shrapnel and you're done.
That's
Like
right.
that. Like if that had hit that Soviet soldier anywhere except for that helmet, he would be
Mhm.
dead.
right now,
Exactly.
Mitch needs to make a coolness under fire roll.
I thought we all agreed that getting shot in the head was pretty much a
Well,
automatic
no,
suppression.
well, he's technically in mechanic terms he does have to make the roll.
I
Mitch is made of steel.
I
Damn.
think, genuinely, because sort of this is how the sort of personality I've imagined with Mitch. He then opens up with a saw at these 2 guys.
Yeah, he's just like
Now he's
Now,
mad.
but he's quick shotting with a saw. So that's
Yeah.
that's -2.
Oh, he is.
Mitch is the guy played by Sylvester Stallone. We got it.
Yeah,
All right.
Mitch is the Mitch is the dude that gets in a firefight and yells, "Bitch, please."
Yeah,
Right.
He's the guy in the '80s action movie standing in the middle while bullets are whizzing around him while he's
Yep.
got a belt draped across one arm and his machine guns in the other arm held at low assault or whatever and just blazing away.
Right.
And really, believe it or not, that's all you can do.
Okay.
When you carry
He's
an
got
like
so Hasek. He's got -2 because he's quick shotting. He's in short range, and he's got -1 for their cover. So -3. He starts at an A and a B, so he ends up at a C and a C.
That's
He's
still pretty good odds.
He's putting 6 ammo dice in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mitch
trying
is
to
like,
burn the barrel off.
is he gonna push this?
I
Oh
do.
my
I think we
God.
said NPCs can't push.
Oh, that's right. I think we did say that. Yeah.
So all
If
so he
The guy's certainly gonna roll for suppression.
Yeah.
uh
God damn, I shot him in the head and look what happened.
11,
All I
14,
did was piss him off.
13, 17.
Yeah.
That is not what they told me at the range.
It's not how that was supposed to go. He's supposed to be suppressed, not get angry and spray me down with a saw.
Well, all he managed to do. So this guy rolls his. That's not that dice. I want that dice. Suppression check. So this guy is suppressed. Okay, but Mitch isn't. Right. Mitch now has a target to shoot at. Right.
He's a simple fellow, really. All you need to do
I've
is
moved.
give him
Sorry,
something
I've
to
just realised
shoot
I've
at.
moved. I've moved Mitch out of turn. Sorry, I've moved Mitch out of turn
That's fine.
because I was moving them. Right. Mac. Right. Mac
We
was
should
having.
say that Mitch was temporarily possessed of a berserker fury. And got to move turn.
Right. Sorry, Mac. Because the problem is this building here that Mac. Oh, I can't. Mac was having trouble with these guys here because this outcrop blocks his LOS. But I don't think you can see that tree. Yeah, that's the one you'd see more easily. Oh, he's going through all this wood. Sorry, idiot. Right, a recon check from Mac.
Tell you what, if the Soviets in the area weren't looking for us previously, they will be now. We just wiped. We're in the process of what? This is our second platoon. We're in the process of wiping out. Third.
Right. Okay. With 3 successes, I'm going to say that Mac can actually pick out that target, wending his way through these these are fairly light trees, so he can pick out a target there. It was 122 meters, so on with his rifle, that is range of 10, so it's medium range, so that is -1. He's having to do a quick shot because he used his first action to look. It's -3. So he's doing right. So he starts as a B and an A. His sniper thing takes him up to an A and an A, and then he drops down to a B and a B. So B and a C because -3. So he's at a B and a C, and he tends to put some right. So right, that's how he's doing it. Right. The M21's got a 20 round mag, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's using the carrot sheet slightly wrong. Oh, I'm just correcting. So he has spent 17, so he's got an almost empty mag, but he technically can put in those 2 as well. Oh, that's a 2-point hit. So sorry. So that will use up the last few rounds in his mag. And he then. Oh, how did I close that? I need to know the base damage. So it is a damage 3, crit 3. So he's currently doing 4 with a crit of 3. He's hit the guy in the torso. So he does 4 points of damage and a critical to this guy here who's suppressed. And okay. guy is severely wounded. Okay. Kowalski.
Yes.
Well, it's not like they're not. It's not like they're getting. They're not getting their licks in. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Frankly, I was dead lucky with when I got hit.
yeah, it's quite. Did you gather, Chris? By the way, Mitch has also been hit in the head and his helmet protected.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Kowalski.
Yeah. I am throwing a frag grenade right here.
Okay. Give me a recon check, quick. Just a free recon check. It's not using an action, just to see
Okay.
if you observe something.
Just a moment. Okay, recon check. Roll. That
Okay.
is one success.
This guy here is dead.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
know he's dead for sure.
You,
Okay.
you could just because of the angles, you can
Yeah,
see
you're
there's
right.
a body there not moving.
Okay.
Sorry,
so,
it's a body not moving,
yeah.
probably dead.
Okay, so I will deepen where I throw the frag. It'll be over here.
Okay, so how far is that?
Should be 30 meters.
Well, you got a
From
max
the
of
left,
30 meters. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a max of 30 meters. So,
So
I didn't. Yeah.
which square exactly are you aiming for?
We'll say this one right here.
This one here.
Yeah.
This one here. Yeah. Or here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. No. The first one.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to catch these two. It
Yep.
won't catch this guy.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a mobility check.
All right, mobility. Here we go. A success.
So that lands, and we worked out grenades do.
It's 2d8.
No, the base
Well, 'cause
damage.
they
The base damage is
yeah.
2. The base damage is
Yeah,
2.
right. Yeah, base damage is 2.
Right. So can you roll me a d6 hit location for this guy?
Yep. All right. Let me see here. Oh. There's a d6. 5.
Now he's got +1 armor.
Yep.
So he takes 1 point of damage. I don't understand why it has a default of +1 armor on the fragmentation grenade.
Because the fragmentation pieces are so small that
So
they're
why?
unlike.
Okay, so
They're
why is it?
unlikely to
Doesn't
cause
very well
critical
against
hits.
fragmentation grenades.
No, I get that. It's purely the mechanics of its damage plus it's damage 2, armor 1. So they always take 1 point damage less. So I don't understand why it's not just damage 1.
No, only if they've got armor.
Only if they've
Oh,
got
that's
armor.
right. Oh, that's right. If they got armor.
Okay, right. So he takes. So that's enough to kill him.
Yeah. Yep. So he takes full damage.
And then the second guy, hit location, please.
All right.
He's basically
That is-
praying for a head hit, and he got it.
6.
So he
Yeah.
gets +1. So he's got 1 point armor. So
Which becomes 2 points of armor. For my purpose.
yeah. So he is just suppressed.
That's right, because the pluses to the armor thing enhances the effect of stuff like flak jackets and things
Yeah,
like that, because
that's
that's
it.
what they're for.
That's it.
They're
Yeah.
meant
Yeah.
to stop fragmentation.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
That makes more sense. Now I got it. Clicked.
Right. What?
Just keep piling explosives into the building, and eventually they'll all be dead.
Right.
Or we'll be out of explosives, one way or the other. Oh, which reminds me, I need to take a frag grenade off.
Right. Is that you finished, Kowalski?
That is, yes.
Right.
It takes a full turn to throw a fragger.
Yeah. Jimmy reloads his M203. Cymbalski.
Jimmy had signaled us to head down to head down to this area, but things change. I'm gonna order that we head down to this area and you know,
Sorry, I didn't see
actually,
that on the map. Oh, into these woods. You want to go into these woods still?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, let's have a driving check from Valdez again.
I just keep hearing this sound of a old Willie's Jeep from World War II getting slapped into gear with a hand.
Right. Well, he's done really well then. He's got 3 successes. So he actually moves 70 meters as long as he stays on a road.
He doesn't have to pull off the road till, that.
So that gets him to there.
Now, are these woods the same level, the same height level as the village?
They're, I mean, they are probably they're higher than these walls. They're not as high as this church or this building here.
Okay, great. So they're higher than the ruins, but not higher than the whole structure.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right. Valdez is going to make a second driving check. And he's got 2 successes this time. So he's going 60 meters. Now, do you want him to cut across into the woods, or do you want him to carry on down into the town? Because basically,
You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and have him push down into the town and see what we get here.
so that gets him to there. Right.
All right. Now, I guess Carson and I need to make recon checks to see what we can spot?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get my character sheet up. All righty. And is it plus, minus anything?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Carson's
I get a success.
Carson's got scout though. So
Yep, he gets a 1 die bump.
he's got 1 success as well. So,
Right.
right.
Tell us who and or what we can see.
Okay, so you're aware of Mitch here firing into this doorway. You can see a guy slumped on the ground there. Because this is quite a thick trunk of a tree, but there's still enough to see. There's a doorway of a church here, and there's definitely one enemy combatant in there. Right, and I think you're also aware of this position over here.
Okay, great. I'm going to direct Carson to fire on this.
Okay.
Because it's got less crap in the way, and it's still inside. Pretty, for a 50 cal, it's pretty trivial range.
So it's just inside 100 meters. So for a 50 cal, 50 cal's got right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can reach out and touch someone with the 50 cal.
Yeah.
Now,
and you're not even going to pay extra postage.
Right, hang on a sec. There's a bit of admin being missed here. The 50 cal hasn't been reloaded, but I'm sure it was.
Yes.
Where is the ammo?
Reasonable 50 round belt.
Where is the? Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's got. So. Okay. Are they? I think they're 100 round belts for the. Or are they 50?
They're 50 round belts for infantry and 100 round belts for vehicles.
Right. Okay. So something's been messed up here because it's not quite so right. So there's already one that's got 76 on it.
Okay.
And there were 2 that were 100. Sorry, I've messed up the admin here somewhere. So that's
well, the one with 76 is probably the one that we.
No, that's from the very first battle. Then you've actually got now a short bit with just 19 on it, which would have been swapped. So that would have been combined. So that 76 would have become 76, 86, 95.
95.
Yeah.
Which is good enough for 100. You know, that's
Well, actually, let's just take that
what,
out.
what I'm saying is it's good enough for 100 if you're talking about ammo dice and that kind of thing.
Yeah. So let's just put that down as 100 round, but he spent 5 already. Right. Okay. Admin is done there. Okay. So,
And for the record, I will be keeping an eye with my RPK at this building here.
right. You can see a target to fire at. We'll come to that in a sec. Let's just do.
Okay.
So sorry. So, Carson. So, is it now 50 cal on a vehicle mount? Is that agility or strength?
That is agility.
That is agility.
Yeah.
because
So he's an
got-
A and a
got
C.
nice hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an A and a C. Then, right. He is firing from a moving vehicle. That takes him down by 2.
No, we stopped.
So okay. So you've told Valdez to stop. Okay.
Yeah, we because we moved our max move. We moved our max move, and then we took the time to recon.
Yep. Okay. But he's okay. But it's a quick shot. He's not got time to aim.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a quick shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So that's -2, and then they've got a point of cover as well. So that
If you get hit with a 50 cal, that 1 point of cover ain't gonna help you much.
D, and then he's going to put. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. C and a D.
50 cals can murder an engine block an entire click away.
C,
Like I said,
D.
Modus turning hard cover to concealment
Yeah.
since
When
the 1920s.
That's it, baby. So when you care enough to kill with the very best. One of
Almost
these days,
100
you're gonna
years
start-
of pain.
Hey.
That is awful.
Oh, it is too. Damn.
Wow.
That's really bad.
Wow.
Mm,
Carson, I'm
Right.
beginning to lose faith in you, buddy.
oh, Carson.
Okay. Carson puts a couple of bursts in there with minimal effect. I think he probably does manage to punch a few holes in the building, but that's about
Hey,
it.
Jimmy, get over here. You're our new heavy weapons guy.
Right. Cymbalski, yeah. If you wish to,
Okay.
you can have a quick shot. You may not wish to, but you can have a quick shot at this guy here.
Yep,
It's
let me get
58
over here.
meters.
58 meters. I'm using my RPK, which makes it.
Sorry, and he's got a point of cover from the door and a point of cover from the tree. So you're dicing 2 down. And 58 meters. What range are you on for an RPK there?
60.
60. Okay, so you're just at short range. So you've got -2 for a quick shot, -2 from his cover. So it's -4. It's up to you if you want to fire or not.
There's no point.
Okay.
No, I mean, because even if I push the roll, I mean, my damage is only 2 anyway.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to, get the angle on him or something.
Yep.
Or maybe we can just convince him to surrender.
Oh, I realised I forgot to do right. So I did do Mitch. Ray, I forgot to do. So I think that's Kowalski. Sorry, that's Cymbalski finished. Yeah.
And Norris goes on my turn as well.
Yeah. Well, Norris is. If you think of Norris. Norris can. He can shift across.
Well, he can just debouche from the vehicle and start a ground movement too.
Is that what you're ordering him to do?
No. I'm just, no. I mean, I made a recon check, directed fire to my right, and took a shot, and then eyeballed the guy to my left. I don't think I have a whole lot in the way of actions as yet.
Yeah, okay. Norris is just going to open up with his M16 from the side window at the same guys that Carson fired at. He
Okay.
Is
Okay.
so he's got
I think you
agility
figured it out.
B, range B. He's going to put three. He's got to put 3 full ammo dose in. Now he's a quick shot. Oh no, he's got time to take. He's having a target pointed to him, so he can actually take some time to aim. He's at medium range. That's -1, 2 points of cover to -3. So that becomes a C and a D. So that's a 2-point hit in the torso. So that is 2, 3. Whew. So the 50 cal rounds pepper the building with absolutely no effect. Norris puts, what was it? 3, 5.
15 rounds.
8 rounds from his M16 in the building and hits and kills a guy. Right.
Everybody want to be a grunt till it's time to do grunt stuff.
Right. So that's Norris done. Now I missed Ray and Jacek. Ray just comes up from suppression. Now Jacek. Jacek's a bit of a lunatic. So Jacek, he is going to do a mobility check, which is that and that. He fails on that, so he just moves 20 meters. So let's work this out. Check it. I'll just move him square by square. See, Dro, Jacek charges around the corner.
Okay, which is more or less what I was going to do, so can't blame him.
6, 8. Well, he charges to that corner. Gets there.
That might be wiser.
Yep. So charges to that corner, and then quick shots with his AK. So he starts at that. -2 for quick shots means he's on those, and he puts 4 ammo dice in. Got another bloody head hit. So the guy just takes a point of damage. But the guy has to make a coolness under fire roll. God, the guy makes his coolness under fire roll. Right, and then Jacek has just fired. Okay. Unfortunately for Jacek, someone else who actually has an RPK.
I was going to say, someone was shouting at him from behind. He should have known that.
Um,
He's on told me.
I said to him he's a bit of a loon. This guy opens up with an RPK. He will be at that. Ooh, wrong one. So Dro hears the sound of a RPK firing, and bullets streak past you, streak past the corner Dro's on. So it's Jacek is definitely exposed, but he is not hit. He does, however, take a point of stress and is suppressed. Okay, it's 9:30.
Yep.
Okay.
This is I was about to mention. It is kind of your
My
we're at the top
cutoff.
of the round, and it's
Oh,
yeah,
there is?
we're at the top of the round, and it's your quitting time.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought we'd finish this battle tonight, but it's these always seem to sort of progress and go bigger, don't they?
Yeah, it's quite fun as well. I mean, what's something I like about it can be a little frustrating, but at the same time, you do fire that ammunition without having very much effect. It can be, on one hand, frustrating. On the other hand, it feels like it has quite a lot of versatilitude.
Yeah. It feels realistic like that.
I mean,
Well,
go ahead.
Okay. I like one of the things I like about this, and this is the same with the other combat, is it did eventually, because of the lack of everyone having a radio at the time and things like that. When the shit hits the fan and we're all scattered everywhere, it is literally just like 4 separate parties running around trying to patch up an evolving situation in like their little 5-10 meter areas.
It does feel like, I mean, Carl, you're the only one of us who's been a soldier, and I don't know whether you ever saw any combat, but you certainly obviously seen a lot of mock combat.
I have seen a lot of combat. I did 18 months in Central America back in the bad old days of Reagan era diplomacy.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's okay. It's
but it feels realistic.
Right.
It feels realistic in that it's chaotic and there's a lot of bullets not hitting anyone.
That's absolutely true. There's a phrase used by one of the guys who were profiled in Band of Brothers, and it's "we stand alone together," and that's basically it. We're using the basic logic of our training, meaning that overlapping groups of fire and things like that. When you're caught out in a patrol like this, and you don't have radios and you're doing it all by hand signals, it's more than just a little bit chaotic.
Yeah.
It's more than just a little bit crazy. And sometimes there's going to be a lot of us counting bullet holes in our vests going, holy crap.
Yep. Right. Anyway,
you've got quite a good setup here, Andy, because I keep finding that I can't do anything because the enemy position themselves in mutually supporting positions. So well done. I think,
the top half of the map, the effect of Jimmy and Mac have been able to have quite a beneficial effect on that side. Whereas the bottom half, there's some without going into too much of they had laid an ambush. Yeah, the ambush hasn't worked because you haven't walked into it, or driven into it rather, and as a result, there are people who were in certain positions for an ambush who are now trying to react. Some of them end up in beneficial supporting positions. Others are completely out of it and have been moving to get involved. And
some of them are Swiss cheese.
yes, absolutely.
You know, I mean,
Right.
the guys down here who caught 2 grenades.
Yeah.
You know, life is hard.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to mark off that grenade. I haven't done that yet.
Yep. Make sure you do that. Right. Okay. And as Nick, have you taken off Kowalski's grenade as well?
Yes, I did.
Right.
Yeah, that was just leaving
Okay.
it
I'm
fish.
now down to 3
Let me
fragments.
stop the stream there. Thanks for anyone who's watching. There'll be another episode hopefully in a couple of weeks.